I'm meteorologist Alyssa Heilman, starting with a check of our jet stream throughout the work weekend on Wednesday. That's when we start to see that cutoff low develop in portions of the Great Lakes. You can see it in the upper levels there over Michigan, portions of northern Indiana and eastern Illinois. And that's going to bring a good amount of rainfall, yes, to the Great Lakes region, but much of the Midwest for midweek for your Wednesday. And then as it continues to shift further and further east, not any longer as a cutoff low, but still seeing that pretty digging trough as we push further towards the East Coast into Thursday, into Friday. That's going to shift that rain again further east towards the East Coast rather than more the Midwest and the Great Lakes. But also something to note there is that ridge of high pressure that is set up across central, really even into some of the western portions of the U.S. It's going to keep them very dry. While of course those other areas mid to late work week, more towards the eastern half of the United States, are going to see some of that rainfall. Further going in that jet stream into Saturday, more of that ridge, that dominating ridge and high pressure that's set up again in the middle portions of the United States. And Wednesday, starting with our precipitation map, well, that's pretty apparent of what we are seeing in the upper levels, impacting of course what we see there at the surface. So Wednesday, rainfall into portions of the Midwest and then pushing into the Great Lakes. Continuing Thursday, Friday, that of course shifts further east as that trough shifts further east, and that brings rainfall then towards the East Coast going into Friday, while much of the central U.S. and then off to the west are seeing the lack of rainfall, considering the upper level systems that we are seeing moving through. Continuing into Saturday there, precipitation outlook a little bit past what we were just watching, September 28th to the 2nd, as that ridge of high pressure shifts further east. That's bringing more dry conditions to portions of the northern U.S. and the Midwest. Aberdeen, South Dakota, high of 79, low of 52. Big Lake, Texas, high of 78 degrees with a low of 59. And Holton, Maine, high of 69 with a low of 42.